Hi guys, Andy and Spoken Label, the amazing Joy Wassell Tims. Straight over to join her. She's going to do 4 poems from us. Over to you, Joy.
Okay, right, so I'm going to read one from Shout, which came out last year, and this one is called Toe Scan, TOE, transesophageal something scan. Too long to give it the whole title. So this was written in 2019. My husband was needing to have various scans prior to major heart surgery. Toe scan. For no reason, talking 10 to the dozen, they arrive early, accompany a grey steel trolley rammed with milk, each carton cobbed with droplets. For no reason, at 8:10, and she's already eaten, she gollops tinned tomatoes, bacon, fat scoops of scrambled egg, a hash brown. For no reason, she traipses too long by the A6, over hard pavements sludged with last year's leaf mould, her cheeks red cold, chest crackling. For no reason, up and down she trudges, passes cancer relief and betting shops, nail salons, tattoo parlours, British Heart Foundation. For no reason, but not to feel mortal, she buys 2 boxes of Lindor she doesn't want, a T-shirt, new grey trainers, a Valentine card. For every reason, in the hospital cafe, when she hears the procedure has gone okay, she wants to dance, to sing along wildly to Angelique Kidjo's Africa.
Great stuff.
So that was
really great stuff. I love the use of. I remember I read that one at the time. It was. I love the use of the repetition in that piece, and I think repetition's a really tricky one to pull off with poetry. And I think you've pulled it off Sterling there straight away with that.
Yeah, smashing. Yeah, well, it was trying to convey. I mean, there was a lot of anxiety that day, as I'm sure everybody would recognise. So, yeah, that's that's what that one was about.
No, of course, yeah, straight away. It's that sort of piece where it's got that. I think the word is there's a lot of feeling and emotion in it, and it's like,
yes,
I mean, well, you've held it back because if I've been in that situation, I've been probably worried sick writing it on page, but it carries more power, I think, because you held it back really well, really powerfully then.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, I remember even writing notes at the time. I think in that sense, it was sort of quite cathartic, as writing can be amongst everything else about it. So,
of course, no, of course. Okay, on to piece number 2. Anyway, we'll be here all day talking otherwise.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is from Word Hoards. This was the other one that was published last year, and this poem was inspired by an exhibition curated by Goldfrapp, the singer, at not Salford Art Gallery, at the Lowry. And it was a picture of Hansel and Gretel, an illustration from a book that was done probably about 1910s, I think, by Kay Nielsen. And it's a sort of mischievous take on Hansel and Gretel story. Hansel, do not go into that cottage, I told him. You can't trust gingerbread houses or witches. Yes, she was swanky, talked of epiphanies, but throbbed with dark thoughts. Only a little way more, she wheedled. It was the wooden crosses did it for me. A nudge wink at the side of the cottage. His hand in mine, we stared, innocent. Twisted trees huddled round, warning us. The sheer perfection finally stopped me. Those white chocolate bricks, too immaculate. The squidgy frosted jellies in the door, and the wavy Turkish delight tulips, a measured pace apart. I left Hansel then. Don't trust perfection either, I told him.
Great stuff again. Great stuff again. It's interesting, like, because when I was reading that one back before, obviously, before we chatted today,
Yeah.
it came out quite different in my head to the way you read it out, actually, then, which I think is
All right.
There's always interesting, like, it's that sort of piece where I could see all these, like, colours in the background and, like, almost like a short film made out of that, really. Music, so it's just really interesting. That was a great piece. Brilliant piece, that one. So,
Thank you.
okay. Now we're on to something, as Monty Python said, now for something completely different. Or
Yes.
maybe.
Oh, it is. It is. Okay, so this piece may or may not have anything to do with anything that may or may not have happened in the last few years in England. But it's about clowns, or is it? Clowns, a cautionary tale. Ladies and gentlemen, though we all know clowns go to parties, clowns now say they don't know what parties are. Furthermore, clowns deny they've ever been to parties, can only say they weren't aware of going to parties or of other parties in their own house, even though everyone knows that clowns go to parties and perform. Do keep up. Clowns never go to parties, or parties they don't think are parties, never go to their own birthday parties, and are never given a cake at their own birthday party they never attended. So obviously, Your Honour, ladies and gentlemen, clowns must have doubles, clones, who do go to parties on their working birthdays. And we conclude that all the evidence suggests clowns are party-going. Clowns indeed do go to parties.
Excellent. Now, obviously, for legal reasons, obviously, we can't reveal what the insinuation could be with that piece.
No.
No, but there has been, on a different note, I don't know if you heard about this one, where there's meant to be I reckon in Russia, apparently, which is not introduced at this point, that I reckon Putin might have been cloned.
Oh, God.
Anyway, right. Anyway, I wonder what this person we could be referring to has been cloned. Oh God, what more?
Oh no, please not. It's bad enough. One's enough, please. We can't do it anymore. No.
Anyway, no, I like that. I liked in that Joy. Say, well, I love the sense of irony and the sarcasm there. But just my cup of tea, that piece.
Yeah. I'm quite fond of that piece, actually.
And if people know
especially
the news
in the last week.
yeah, it's very topical at the moment. That piece at the moment.
Yeah, it's very topical indeed. Yeah.
Right. Okay. On to, as I always say, it's spoken label, the big finale. Over to you, Joy.
Right. Okay. So this is something that's probably only written this in the last couple of months. I've only finished it. So I walk quite a lot on a beach in North Wales, and there are a lot of oyster catchers there. So this is about them. And I think it's also about everyone speaking in their own voice, although it is nominally just about oyster catchers. So it's called Oystercatcher Learns to Speak. I race my shadow to the sea's lips. On greened stones, the jesters trip and scold. Horizon a mist this Advent day, full of rush roar, an inkwell of water light. In swells of waves buttered with sun, dwindle and ebb, grey stones ladled as tide flows, infill of my boots tread. Oyster catchers weep on stones, veep, tweep, weep. They curtsy and bob, tip and delve, lift as a crowd, fly low over the Irish Sea into sun. Light fractures, splits wing fret and twist, a scintillation in black, white, red.
I love the use of the colours at the end of that. Then that really gives it a real powerful ending, that one, and straight away. So, was that planned for the use of the colours all along with that piece when you did it, when you wrote it originally?
Yeah, and they're very colourful birds as well. You know, they have these red beaks and they're black, you know, this black and white. And so when they are flying, if you can see them initially, you see all those colours, and they're very sort of, they're like jesters. I see they're like jester birds, you know, the old jesters that you got in courts. So yeah, I'm very fond of them.
Yeah, it tells there's a lot of love in that piece straight away, and the colours we used, very striking on that they were. So, but
yeah,
anyway,
I suppose I'm quite into colour. Yeah,
it shows you were there. Now there's a massive colour. To do that sort of thing like that clearly wasn't an accident, and it shows in your writing straight away. Is a very, very well used palette of colours there. Definitely excellent stuff. Anyway, guys and girls, well, that's it for a spoken label today for another great session. Thank you today to Joy Wassell Tims. It's been a pleasure. I've actually really enjoyed this today.
It's been a pleasure as well. Thanks, Andrew.
So hang around anyway, because I do need to chat to you off microphone anyway, just for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's been great stuff today, as always. So, as Don Callis at Impact Wrestling says, stay safe and stay over, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.